Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends, enemies and comrades, this is Kenya Revolutionary for another late night. If you're in Kenya, it's late night. But karibu sana. We are going to stay here for an hour, just an hour, maybe more, but an hour, at least an hour. I will stay here for long. But Raila is the new William Samoei Ruto. I will say it again. Conman Raila Amolo Odinga has turned into William Samoei Arap Kipchirchir Ruto. I'll tell you why. I'll break it down. Listen, ODM faction of the Azimio folks, not only them, Azimio as a whole, but I will concentrate with ODM, on ODM first, because they are blatantly lying to the Kenyan people, try to convince us that they did not forward the names to join the cabinet. And I want to interrogate that, to show it one more time that these people are liars. And they are playing these games, and now they want to move the country, to divide the country along the tribal lines. We saw Sifuna go and meet with Malala and other Luya leaders, Mtawe, that Mutembea, sijui Katembea, sijui Kutembea, somebody, whatever. Okay? The whole thing is that they want to start tribalizing politics. They want to make it identity politics, where they want to emphasize that, to bring the country into a mood of where you should look at yourself as a Kikuyu or a Luo or whatever first, instead of looking at what we are facing as a country. They want to make that an issue because they don't want you to concentrate in the fact that these two political factions have come into an agreement to loot the country's resources. Let me start by this video, and I will prove that ODM are full of it. If you're joining me, ladies and gentlemen, please go ahead, subscribe, like, comment as we get started. I won't be staying here for long, but please join me. Aya, Gypsy na kuona hapo, karibu sana. Like the video, send this thing into the algorithm, because I'm telling you, we need to target Raila first so we can move him away from Ruto. Raila ni mwoga. He's a coward. He always wants the support of the opposition. And now that's why you see he doesn't want to show his hand when he forwarded those names to join Ruto in that government. That's why you saw them write this letter about, so we are not a part of coalition or whatever, because they're scared. They're scared to death. Thank you so much, Gypsy. Karibu sana. Let me show you. The reason Raila is always scared, this guy has low self-esteem. He needs validation from the majority of Kenya. Amependa sifa ndogo ndogo. So the best way to move him away from Ruto is to first target him. Tumwende. Let's embarrass him. Let's expose him for who he is, because he's a con man. So we want to expose him, put the same pressure that forced him to change from saying that he's going to a dialogue into something called national conversation. Gen Z should tell him that we don't want a national conversation. We don't want any kind of conversation. We don't want a dialogue. We don't want anything. And we don't want that cabinet that Ruto has come in. The only thing Ruto should be doing is to resign. And if Raila stays with him, he shall be treated with the same contempt as Ruto. Let me start by exposing how sorry these people are. Very sorry these people are. Let me start. I want to remind you guys, there was a video. Let me show you something. Are you ready? Okay, make sure you like the video na mwanze tafadhali mukimbie na muharakishe musubscribe mara moja, kwa sababu tunataka kuandamana hapa. We are going to andamana, and I will show you the schedule. The schedule is out. Nane is coming, and we are not going to miss that. Nane is coming, and we are not going to miss that. Okay, let me start. Let me show you something that will put to rest what the whatever balderdash that Sifuna was presenting to us in the morning. Sifuna anatubeba akili. Anafikiri wa Kenya ni wajinga. Sifuna. Hey, wait, I'll get to Sifuna, but let's start with something else. I want to expose Sifuna right now. Let's get started. Let me remind these Azimio people where we started with all this. Let me remind him. Let me start with this, Nino. Listen, this is a close confidant of Raila Odinga. This is what he said, and it came to pass. He said it a day before the cabinet ministers, Wakina Joho, were announced. Let's listen keenly. Let's listen. This man was talking like he owned the place because he knew something that most Kenyans did not know. Let's go ahead and listen to him one more time. Listen in. Okay, 20.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Hold on.
First, the Constitution. Sorry, Honorable Speaker. The Constitution signifies the end of jobs for the boys era. Article 10 sets out the values that must be infused in every decision-making process. Honorable Speaker, I'm saying this is a critical reminder to us because we are at a point in time when the nation is looking unto this House to provide the leadership it needs. Honorable Speaker, it is for this reason that last week, even as the ODM party, independent parties of Azimio also, we sat and said that the government of Kenya belongs to all of us. And Honorable Speaker, we met as ODM and we resolved it. I'm saying this because I don't want some confusion I've seen circulating. Somebody writing saying if members of the ODM party are appointed to government, they are going on their own. We met and resolved so. And Honorable Speaker, don't say no. When the ODM party speaks, even as Azimio has spoken, Honorable Speaker, there is a tendency coming up in this country. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Speaker, let me explain to these people the law. Let me explain to these people the law. I will speak.
Order.
Honorable Speaker.
Order, honorable members. Honorable Jalas.
Yes. We want to speak.
This is not a baraza in Langata. This is a House of Parliament. Go on.
Honorable, let me address, Honorable Speaker, what is in Article 232 of the Constitution. It says the public service will have the face of Kenya. All ethnic communities will be there. Persons of the gender quotas prescribed under Article 27 will be there. Honorable Speaker, as a person from an ethnic community, I will not agree to a position where people say everybody is in the government of Kenya except Luos. Yet Luos also pay taxes. Honorable Speaker, I therefore want to congratulate the President for the appointment, but request the President that within the week, as soon as tomorrow, we want to see those other appointments Baba was to forward to him. And we want all of them approved. And Honorable Speaker, if that can happen, then we are going to push this thing very fast. We cannot leave anybody out. And Honorable Speaker, let me send a warning. We want to tell people sending conflicting positions from the ODM to remember that they are on an interim position in those positions. We can remove them if we resolve a position and then they contradict it. This one has to happen for the good of the nation, and we are telling the government we are ready to serve to secure that Kenya moves properly. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
So you see here, Kaloma, whatever his name is, he made it very clear that there was a list that Raila forwarded to Ruto. And he said that, President, please name it as soon as the next day, which the president did that the next day, named Joho and the rest of this rotten politician joining Kenya Kwanza government. Okay, so it is confirmed. This guy confirms that already there was a list that was there. So, and he wants Sifuna that usilete confliction tulishasikizana na baba kaninio. Alafu Sifuna wrote that whatever he wrote. Remember, Sifuna alisema wakienda huko wanaenda huko peke yao. Remember. He said that if they're going there, they're going by themselves. But Kaluma here is telling us that hiyo ilikuanga list ilishatengenezwa na Raila Odinga ambayo alienda kupatia rais, ipelekewe rais ndio hao watu waandikwe kazini. So which means Nani Sifuna was lying. Okay? Then came the statement today by Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga, instead of confirming what was said, Raila Odinga najifanya ati, oh, we are not in a coalition with UDA, avoiding the whole issue, but goes ahead and congratulates wakina Joho, Wandai, and Mbadi. You see, unaona hiyo mchezo anataka kufanya. Then listen to Sifuna today when he was debating Ojieda in the morning. Sifuna was as useless kabisa. Listen to him. I will play some parts of it. I didn't even hear it, but listen to him. Just give me a second. Let me play Sifuna. Hold on. The point I'm trying to make is that we need to treat these people with the contempt that they deserve. And let's start with Raila Odinga and ODM, because they always want to position themselves as the opposition. So what we are going to do, we are going to remove the tentacles of Raila Odinga from the opposition politics. We want to remove his relevance in politics because he is an octogenarian, a senile old man that needs to hurry up and die. But he keeps messing up Kenyan politics, giving life to oppressive regime, colonial puppets that are put there to bring down Kenya. So let's target Raila Odinga and make him irrelevant politically. Gen Z, if you're listening, it is time to put pressure on Raila. The same pressure when we told him anytime he goes in any public function and try to speak, he should be shouted down and reminded that he's a political conman and he has no voice in Kenya anymore. This man helped Moi stay relevant for 24 years. This man helped Kibaki stay relevant in his second term. This man helped Uhuru and Ruto rule for 10 years of oppression. He is now trying to save his friend Samoei Ruto to survive for the next 10 days. This cannot be allowed, but he's a coward. He's a coward who cannot live without the crowd cheering him on as Baba Baba. That is what he's longed for. That's what gives him a sense of importance, relevance. And so people should come out. The same pressure, vile alisalimiwa. I know he changed his number. Asalimiwe tena. Listen to this useless Sifuna try to convince Kenyan with his lies. Let's go. Listen to him. Listen to Sifuna. Very useless. And now they're trying to get tribal. Ati washikane hapa watu wasijui Waluya washikane huku, watu wa Western, sijui Wajaluo washikane hapa, sijui. Listen to him.
Been on this show, I think, for a year, just talking about the same things. I have heard him say that now the price of unga, I will focus on that unga. That's my job. He has said one or 2 months. You know, Trevor, if you remember, at the very beginning, we were told immediately the Bible is put down, is going to address this question of price of unga. Then there was...
That is not what I was looking for. There's another video I was looking for. Give me a minute. Today, when he was debating Ojienda actually exposed how this guy and his Azimio folks lie. You understand? I'll show you. Let me show you very quickly. Hold on. Here it is. Like the video and share, right? can't find it for some reason. Sifuna's ameninio. But I'm about to find it, where he was trying to lie that there was no ninio that was taken to the I can't even speak. Sifuna. Let me show Professor Ojenda. Hold on. I'll show you guys. We are going to expose these people. The I'm saying the main aim of this is we need to focus. Make sure Raila Odinga is irrelevant. Expose him for his corrupt deal. Expose him for being a two-faced, fake revolutionary who have always worked for the British government to economically colonize Kenya. That is the work of Raila Odinga, by pretending that he is the opposition. Pretending. We shall expose him, and we are exposing him, ladies and gentlemen. But he is the new Ruto. In fact, we should start a new hashtag. Ruto and Raila must go. Must, both of them, go. Even his best friend, what's his face? James Orengo said, principle is indivisible. It is either wholly kept or wholly sacrificed. Okay? Let me show you how these fakers operate. I'll show you something else. We need to expose these fakers as soon as possible. Let me show you a video of how they were talking while they make deals at...
We cannot make that mistake. Our former boss made the mistake. He brought people into government who did not believe in his vision. So wakakuja wakakoroga serikali yake. We cannot make that mistake. And I want to confirm, because some people wanasema, oh, labda president anataka handshake, oh, rigidity hataki. Let me tell you, President Ruto is even more strict about this handshake nonsense than I am. He cannot accept. The handshake experiment was the worst thing to happen in the politics of this country. And there is no leader who has won an election with a comfortable margin who will be out of his mind to go and bring his opponents to come to his government. That would be making democracy nonsensical. Why do we go for elections? Kama tunaenda uchaguzi, ati wale wameshindwa, ati wanaingizwa ndani. Then iko haja gani ya kusumbua raia? Si tuachane na mambo ya uchaguzi, tuite wazee ya nyumba 10 wagawe viti. Our former boss made the mistake. He brought...
That is true. They are playing us. There's an illusion that we are having elections, but we are not. These people, watch them. They're shameless. Hawana adabu wa watu. So, we should start with Raila. Raila ni mwoga. Let me tell you something. The reason why you see ODM, they're trying to speak in different, Mara, the names were forwarded, Mara, the names were not forwarded, Mara, those people who go there are going by themselves, is because they are scared to death of the people. They don't want to lose their position as the opposition. So let's take it away from them so that they can have nothing to do and, depend on their papa to see if they are going to survive politically.
Sana Gen Z Brian Moshiri. Kinara wa Azimio Raila Odinga amekashifiwa kwa kuiteka ajenda ya vijana wa Gen Z kutaka mabadiliko katika serikali na badala yake kwa faidi wa kuruba wake wa kisiasa, hasa kutoka chama cha ODM. Hoja hii inatokana na dhana kwamba walichokililia vijana sasa kimikononi mwa wandani wake Raila Odinga katika nafasi za mawaziri zilizotangazwa leo na Rais William Ruto. Licha ya kuwa na nafasi ya kuwateua vijana, Raila aliwaendea wazee wenzake. Mhariri Nicholas Wambua huyu hapa anatathmini ya kina.
Kwa majina ni Raila Amolo Odinga, wapo wanaomfahamu kama Baba, Agwambo au Tinga.
Nimesimama mbele zenu.
Na kwa hakika Tinga limeingia kuititiga Ikulu kwa kishindo. mitego iliyokuwa imetegwa na naibu rais Rigathi Gachagua
kila mahali nimeweka na niko na watu,
yote imeondolewa na vijana. Raila anajipata taabani kwa kuonekana mbinafsi aliyetumia fursa ya maandamano ya vijana kuketi kwenye kiti cha maamuzi kupitia wandani wake. Licha ya vijana kuondoa mitego Ikulu, ni kijana mmoja tu aliyetambuliwa katika baraza la mawaziri, Eric Muriithi Muga, katika wizara ya maji. Raila anaenda kinyume na matamshi yake binafsi, licha ya kutamka kwamba upinzani hauko tayari kupokea vinono kutoka kwa serikali.
Sio mambo yatakwenda kukaa na hao watu kuongea ati mtapatia sisi nini, ati tupatie hii mkono, ati sisi paja, sisi mguu. Sisi mambo watu wakwenda kuomba
paja, miguu au sehemu nyingine. Raila keshapata. Kati ya majina mapya ya baraza la mawaziri, Raila amepewa manne. Hassan Joho ameteuliwa katika wizara ya madini. Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya ameteuliwa katika wizara ya mashirika na biashara ndogo ndogo. John Mbadi ameteuliwa katika wizara ya fedha na Opiyo Andai ambaye ameteuliwa kuhudumu katika wizara ya kawi. Viongozi wa Azimio wamekuwa wakimwonya Raila Odinga.
Ruto is the one who is going to win because he will be in power until 2027. Lakini Gen Z wametuonyesha kwamba with Gen Z we don't have to wait until 2027. Kayo Gen Z wametoa yeye, amefika hapo karibu hapo. Ameshuka tu kidogo. Tunataka niko na rafiki yangu Maungu alete power so. Tuweke chini Zakayo afanye nini?
Mashirika ya kutetea haki za kibinadamu yameorodhesha takriban vijana 50 waliopoteza maisha yao katika maandamano ya kupinga serikali. Maafa ambayo sasa yanaonekana kama yanayowafaidi wandani wa Raila Odinga. Kwanza, ilikuwa ni kukubali wito wa mazungumzo na upande wa serikali. Pingamizi hizi zimegeuka kelele.
Tunapongeza msimamo wa Mheshimiwa Raila kwa kupindua msimamo wake kusema hataki kuungana na serikali ya Kenya Kwanza.
Hatupandi hilo ndege ambayo inaenda kuanguka. Hatupandi na hatutaki na hatufikirii na hatuangalii.
Wanaozungumza wenyewe yote haya nje.
Until justice and the demands which were given by Gen Zs are fully fulfilled.
Kinaya, Raila aliwapa vijana hawa kisogo na kuendea wazee wenzake, na sio tu vijana, hata chamani ODM na Azimio kwa jumla vipo vita.
I don't want some confusion I've seen circulating. Somebody writing saying if members of the ODM party are appointed to government, they are going on their own. We met and resolved so. And Honorable Speaker, don't say no. When the ODM party speaks, even Azimio has spoken.
Aliwahi kusema naibu rais Rigathi Gachagua,
uwezi mtu ameharibu serikali ine umkubalie akuje ya tano. Si adharibu.
Je, nafasi ya vijana serikalini bado ipo? Raila Odinga na William Ruto watajibu.
Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends, enemies and comrades, I just received I have to end this here. I have to attend to something. So I'll be back later tomorrow in the morning. I'm sorry, this is not long, but please like and subscribe, share, comment, and all that good stuff. I have to attend to something, but I will be back tomorrow again, 11 a.m. Eastern Time if you live in the US, or 4 p.m. in Kenya, and so forth, so forth. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys later. Peace and blessings.